All right, we are in Unity Create with Cloud, Unit 3 in Steps 3.1, and we are just beginning. So far, we have the project started, and we have the player in the scene. And we left off in the middle of Step 3, just adding in the player and getting the player in the right position. There's a couple things that I wanted to go into more detail with, so I did not finish up in step 3 because I wanted to spend a little bit of time in this step. First off, I wanted to talk a little bit about the player position. I know this gets a little bit lost in translation sometimes. So the position of the 0x, 0y, and the 0z is important for you to pay attention to. First off, again, the y is the person standing on the ground. So making sure that we don't have this position, this person's standing up in the air, which we're also going to talk a little bit more. Or if you notice down here, if you put it below the y and the negative, the person's going to be under the ground here. So again, watching the game, let me move this game up, see the game scene up just a little bit more here. I'm watching that y position. So if I have it up too high, the player's going to be up in the air. So making sure we just basically always use that 0 position to have whatever object you want to on the ground. The X position is usually where most games center themselves, is at the 0 position. So right now, if you see up above, we have this 0 position of the X that's right in front of us. And if you'll notice, it looks a little bit further back here, and that has to do with the camera position. So it's, if you look in up here in the scene, it's straight in front of us. But down here, it's further back. That again has to do with the camera position. So in our first unit, we talked about changing the camera position. In our next unit, we're going to mess around with the camera position as well. And in this one, we can also change that camera position. So if you do mess around with the camera position, you will, when you play the game, you might not see your player at all. So if you get working in this later and you can't see your player as they play, adjust your camera position so you can see the player. And then, of course, the Z has to do how far away from you or toward you the player is. And again, Z 0 is also kind of down here, how close or far away in the scene they are. So 0 is what we want to work with. The rotation of the Y is, of course, facing, running along this direction. It'll facing on the Y. We'll have it face this direction. So running across the X is where we're going to run on this. So that's what that is. The next thing we're going to do to this player is we want to actually have it to have a rigid body and a box collider. Now this is where some students wonder, like, well, when I hit play, the player starts like floating in the air or sinks into the ground when we do the steps. So let's go ahead and work on this, and we'll explain how that happens. So let's go ahead and add component of rigid body. So I have an R in here right now. That's why I came with rigid body. So type in the letter R, and you should get the rigid body. Add a rigid body. And we'll talk about this in just a let's talk about the mass. So in the when Carl goes through this, he kind of doesn't really give it a mass, but let's go ahead and start by giving it a mass. So if we were to look up the kilograms of what a person weighs, which he'll talk about this in a second. So let's go ahead and just go ahead and bring up a let me bring up my Google here before I bring it over. Google, and let's go ahead and bring this over here. So if we Google, let's say what is 100 let's do pounds, since we are pounds to kilograms, and of course that's what we do. So we'll say 1 pound to 1 kilogram is 40 0.46. So if we did 100 pounds, let's say 100 pounds, this is just a small person, that'd be 45. So let's just do 150. So this person weighs 150, it's 68. So if I put in 68 as the kilograms, then we know that mass is probably about right. Of course you can do 70 or whatever you want, but I was going to put in 68. I weigh a lot more than that. But let's just go ahead and put 68 there. And we are going to use gravity on this person because we want this person to stay on the ground. One thing we do, if we don't put a rigid body on this person and we hit play, they're going to sink into the ground because there's nothing really around this person, like they're just melting. I'm pretty sure that would happen if I hit play. Right now they just kind of, well, maybe not. Oh, okay, they're just fine. So I was thinking they might sink into the ground, but they did not. We are going to add in a box collider. That's what we want. So that was a rigid body. Duh. So there's a rigid body, keeps them from sinking into the ground. It keeps them on the ground. We want to add in a box collider. So box collider. In this box collider, again, we'll have it collide with things we want to use as trigger, and we also want to add this box collider. So as you see right now, I'm just going to show you kind of what happens right now. It's just a little box collider. Now it's just on this person's feet. If I hit play, because it's below the feet, this person's going to actually end up being above the ground when I hit play. Whoa. Okay. So let's see. Was I not supposed to do gravity? What happened here? Add rigid body. Add box collider. Something happened here. Add rigid body, add box collider, then edit. So, okay, well, first off, the box collider, we definitely want to make sure that we definitely need to adjust this box collider. I'm not sure why she fell through the ground there. That was kind of weird. Let's figure this one out. I do this one a lot, but I do so many other games as well. One thing we do want to pay attention to is box collider. Definitely don't want this box collider here. Let's go ahead and take these check marks out of here for just a second. I want to see what happens now. Okay, so, okay. So she tipped all the way over. I don't know if you see this. That was too funny. She flipped upside down. That was weird. Let's go ahead and put back in, use gravity, and let's try this one. So she should just kind of pop up above the ground. You see how she's kind of popping up above the ground? So we want to use gravity, but she's kind of like standing on stilts. It's because of that box collider. So let's go ahead and edit this box collider. If we click on the edit the box collider, you'll see that we have this box collider, and it's kind of hard to like edit. We are going to kind of move it around, and you'll see that when you hover over, there's actual dots we can grab. I don't really like grabbing the dots so much, but we can. They're kind of hard to grab sometimes, especially if you don't have a mouse. But what you can do is over in this area here, you can actually hover over the Y and the X and stuff. And one thing you do want to pay attention to is like making sure that mainly we definitely want to pay attention to the bottom of it, and more than anything. You can pay attention to the top of it as well. So make sure that we have it the right size, and then move the center of it up so that it's on the feet. So this could have been a problem that you might have had before, or that we've talked about in the last unit, like with the food. Like we may have moved this down for the food to get the food off the ground, and so we may have talked about that a little bit in the last unit to make sure that the food was off the ground. So maybe if you understood box colliders, then that could have been where it was. So let's go ahead and keep turning her. Oops. What did I hit? So we're gonna keep turning her around, making sure we kind of understand the box collider. So we have that on there, and you're gonna want to do that for the obstacle as well. So again, add a box collider to the obstacle. And maybe we don't even have that on here yet. But before, so make sure you add a box collider to the obstacle. So let's just go ahead and add a box collider to the obstacle, the same thing. So edit the box collider for the obstacle, and again, do the same thing. So zoom out and move that up, because we don't want that flying in the air, and I know that's a problem for some people. So again, make it the size, and then move it so it's not floating in the air, and again, turn it around, make sure that it is good, and click on is trigger. So that'll make sure that they're colliding with each other. So I think I did a pretty good job with those box colliders, and I'm good. So I'm gonna go back to my main prototype, and that should be good. I'm going to click on my player and hit F for focus. Oops, well, wait a minute. Let me zoom out. Zoom out, click here, and then click F to focus, and I'll focus back on my main player. All right, so I am back on my main player. I'm going to save and push to collab. And then I want you to try that. So take some time and try that out. Yeah, so try that out, and then we'll move on to the next step, which is making the player jump.